And I find that to be the case with all dance scenes, that there's always that thing that happens with people fall in love, or there's love triangles, or there's, breakups and fights.
Partner dance and romance in the dance floor. A very interesting subject. These are some of the topics that we talked in this podcast. I was a guest of Yelizaveta in her podcast for her YouTube channel related to tango. She's a dancer, an instructor, and an influencer. We had a very interesting conversation about similarities and differences between these two different cultures, these two dance styles from South America, tango and Forro.
Well, tango, the image of tango, and I don't know whether this is an image that's specifically a tango image, or whether all partner dances ultimately have this dimension to it. And it just happens to be tango has more of it, but this allure of connecting through the dance, and it brings up a lot of feelings for people, and a lot of attraction builds up. People have a lot of chemistry. Sometimes the dance becomes very sensual, and a lot of relationships have been born on the dance floor, for myself and, a lot of people. And there's a lot of drama involved with that, of course. And I've been part of different scenes, both tango and other dances over the years. And I find that to be the case with all dance scenes, that there's always that thing that happens with people fall in love, or there's love triangles, or there's, breakups and fights. Is Forró a dance that has that as well?
I feel there's a difference depending on the scene. For example, I feel in dancing in Brazil is very different than dancing in North America. The scene, the way people interact, and especially in this regard to flirting and relationships, is different.
So would you say in Brazil it's more overt, like you see more of that than in North America?
Yes, but it also has with the culture. For example, in Brazil, it's very common for people to show affection in public.
Gotcha.
So if you go to a party, you see people holding each other arms, you see people kissing in a party. If you go to American party, I'm not even talking about Forró, but in general, people don't feel so comfortable like kissing in front of other people. You don't see couples like hugging or sitting together, or like caressing the head of your partner if you're sitting in a restaurant. In Brazil, it's common for you to be holding your hand, maybe like putting the hand on the hand of your partner, or to be walking like hugged. Is very common in Brazil, not in North America. And I feel that translates to dance. So if you go to a Forró party, you're going to see maybe by the middle of the party, a few couples like kissing in a corner or whatever. In North America, you never see that.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that. Even for tango, I think it's not something that you would see necessarily in Buenos Aires to that extent. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say at a milonga you'll see somebody making out in the corner. Like, that's not gonna happen necessarily, but there's definitely a lot more of that energy than in North America. It's definitely much more about, this is a dance, we're here to dance, and that people are going to respect that.
If you like this conversation and want to listen the full episode, the full conversation, it's available at Yelizaveta's channel. I'm going to put the link here in the description. I also selected another excerpt, very interesting topic, to share with you here on the channel. You can just click over there. And if you want to learn more about our activities here in New York City, about online courses, learn with us and come dance with us, I invite you to visit forronewyork.com. I hope to see you very soon, either there, here on the link, or on the full episode here in the description of this video. Bye-bye.